Hey everyone, Rennick Brian here. You may be wondering why my Crosman Racer, meaning green, is sitting outside. It's Monday night, and if you remember, I was going to go for a deal that I got on Kijiji on Monday night. So, before I show you what I got, I don't know 100% what I'm going to do with it. Yes, I got it, and as you can see, the Dynamark is nowhere in sight. So yep, the guy took the Dynamark, the kid took the Dynamark, and I gave him the parts block. He was originally going to take the battery from this as well because he needed the battery. But that engine doesn't really require a battery to run, so I gave him a few extra bucks and I kept my battery. So let's go see what I got. Remember, this was a trade for the Dynamark and a few bucks, and it's about an hour and a half drive away. When I mean a few bucks, that's all I'm going to say. More than 50, that's all I'm going to say. So let's go see what I got. Here it is. It's a Crosman. It used to be a Crosman. If you remember from many years ago, or not really many years ago, I had a tractor identical to this. There's the hood from that tractor. This is same body as what that tractor was, but it's far different than what that was. It's been modified with a snowmobile engine. It's a 400cc, 2-cylinder, 2-stroke snowmobile engine, jack shaft. I thought he said it had brakes, but there is no brakes on it. But it has the brake disc. I gave him my YouTube name. I don't know if you'll watch the video or not, and find out what's up with the brakes. Or he may have said it had brakes. He had a modified, I don't even know what it was. It was modified with a Honda engine, some sort of a tractor. He may put the brakes onto that, but I'm pretty sure that's the brake disc right there. So it won't take much to get a caliper and put brakes back on this. But it's been fully modified with the jack shaft, chain drive going to the rear end. These tires, as long as they're the correct shaft size, are going on my Crosman Racer. I can tell you that right now. They're slicks. I'm going to put a different set of tires on this just to roll it around as long as they fit. I'm not leaving those tires on this because those are smaller than what I have on there, which in turn will get that tractor lower to the ground. Just try and guess what I paid. Remember, there's a lot of money in parts on this. Chain, jack shaft, bearings. The engine's a fresh rebuild. Like I said, 400cc. It does not run currently. Also, it's not even mounted. But I have a few questions for a few people, mainly Matt's More Mods or Madness, whatever you want to call him, about this engine. He's one of the people I know who knows quite a bit about these engines. I got the belt, got the torque converter right there. Mainly it's a 2-stroke, I know that, but the fuel line goes into the bottom, and I believe this line right here is the oil line. How do I hook that up? Because I believe from what it looks like it has oil injection. I don't know if he was running oil in the gas or not. I'll have to text him and ask him how he was running this. I plan on mounting it and maybe get it running, but it currently has no brakes. So, and he said this thing flies. I can already see that it probably does go quite fast. So I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but for what I paid for this, it equals out to what I had in the Dynamark, and it equals out to a pretty good deal. Dynamark was worth a bit of money, but wasn't really worth that much. But this is what I got. He said he rebuilt the engine, or had it rebuilt or rebuilt it himself. It's got compression. It's electric start and pull start. So right now I'm thinking in parts, the engine and the jack shaft setup, all that is worth more than what I had in the Dynamark. But for the trade, it worked out pretty good for the trade. So like I said, I just don't know what I'm going to do with this thing yet. As you guys know, I don't like 2-strokes, so I'm thinking about getting it running and selling this engine, or making room, stick it under there, and keep it as a toy. I just don't know yet. I'm stumped on what to do with it. It's just a good deal. I didn't want to pass up the deal, so that's why I got it. It was a good deal to do and to get it. The gas tank's underneath the underneath the seat, but I just don't know. So I'm gonna work on getting the engine mounted probably tomorrow or the next day. Since it's in here, it's a lot smaller than the Craftsman. I'll stick the Craftsman just out there by the door for now, and work on this. The steering, not that much play in the steering, so it should be okay. If I keep it, I'm going to modify the steering wheel. I got a set of handlebars from that Polaris Parts ATV I had. This would be kind of a cool romper off-roader, the way it is. I don't really like this setup as a racer, but for a romper off-roader tractor, I think it would be pretty cool. I could even possibly sell it as that. I just got to figure out the oiling, or should I put oil in with the gas and don't worry about the oiling system. That's just the questions I have. Like I said, I'm going to send Matt a message on YouTube and see what he says. I know he knows quite a bit about these, but like I said, I got the belt, got the torque converter, got everything. I wouldn't mind driving it, but doesn't have to have brakes. But let off on the gas and just coast. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, here it is. Here's what I got. Tell me what you think I paid extra. I had to give him a little bit extra money as well, because he wanted my battery originally from the Craftsman. But I said, hey, could I just give you a few extra bucks? I brought the battery with me, just in case he said no. And I said, just go and buy yourself a brand new battery, because that battery would not fit. It had that battery right there in it, but it's no good, so I just kept it as well. So he said, yeah, he said he'll do that, so that's what I did. But the engine's clean. It's got really, really good compression. It's got spark. He said that's why I'm leaving it in here so it doesn't get wet and on the coils. He had it stored in his shop as well, so I don't think this thing's seen the snow other than rolling it in here and rolling out of his shop. Everything's here, as far as I can tell, at least. It does not have the oil tank, so I'm thinking he was mixing oil in with the gas. So I'm thinking that's what he was doing. I'm going to text him later and ask him that. Maybe the oiling system does not work, or just didn't rely on that. But it shouldn't take much to get it running. Get some two-stroke and figure out what the fuel problem is. He said that's what the problem was. It wasn't getting fuel. He thinks the carburetor just needs to be cleaned. Or I'm thinking because the tank is pretty low, could it be that it's not getting gas because the tank is too low and it needs a fuel pump? So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking originally. Whenever he said it wasn't getting gas, that's why it wasn't running. So, but other than that, here it is. Try and guess what I paid, and it's got the engine mount. It's all there. I think he said he had a Honda engine on here for a little while, but he saw my ad and he wanted to make a pulling tractor, which the Dynamark will probably be a pretty good pulling tractor. But I think he put that mount back in a few wrong holes, because I was looking at where the engine has to go. It won't line up. The holes just will not line up. So I got to figure that out tomorrow. It's too cold and I got to go to work tonight to work on that. But I don't know. Should I keep it or should I part it out? I could even put that generator there, right there. Slide this right into there. And basically right into there, right where the welder is, and keep it. I got space to keep it. So I just don't know if I should or not. I'm stumped. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool setup. But I think it's worth more in parts than as a whole. Also, I was originally thinking when I saw it, okay, build a go-kart out of it, or something along those lines. But that's getting into another project. That's a big project, and yeah, he said he has right around 100 into the bearings. I don't know if he built this or built it in school. The kid's in high school, I know that. I don't know what grade exactly, probably grade 9 or grade 10, I'm not sure. But he said he's got about $100 into the bearings. Like I said, I'm pretty sure those tires will fit onto my racer. This should be a keyed, fully keyed shaft, yet which it is. It feels like a 7/16. I believe that's what the size is on for the standard lawnmower shaft. So those tires should fit on my racer. I got a set of 18s, and I'll stick on the back. But yeah, like I'm just stumped. I don't know what to do with it yet. I'm happy I got it. I'm really excited that I got it. He says it goes fast. It's a screamer. It's really, really fast. Got the exhaust with the expansion chamber, and I'm pretty sure that's actually a backrest for a golf cart for the seat. It's not really hacked together. It's actually built really, really well, and the way it's set up is it will bolt right in, at least as far as I can tell, to where a standard transaxle will bolt into. So this setup could go into a tractor, and you could basically convert a tractor to run this jack shaft with this engine if you want to. Also, if the engine plate, I believe, as far as I know, it's bolted, the bolt pattern on it is set up for a tractor bolt pattern with that mounting plate. So, like I said, I could strip it and keep all the parts on the shelf and store them, or do something with it. I'm not out any money. Like on this deal, I'm not out anything. So that's just where I'm at right now. So I'll talk to him later. Please keep it redneck like always, and don't get your antlers stuck in your steering wheel, and have a great night.